What up, gang of Lane? Carolina Jackpot Time coming at you on Tuesday afternoon. I hope everybody's doing good today. The Gamecocks, sitting here with a 2-1 record, 0-1 in the SEC, will take their show on the road to an opponent's home stadium for the first time this year. Saturday night at 7 o'clock Eastern, 6 p.m. local time, Columbia, Missouri, as they'll tee it up with the number 25 ranked Mizzou Tigers. I believe they're ranked number 25. This is, I don't know what to think about this game. Well, I do. So, of course, you know, South Carolina quarterback Lanorris not locked. Well, he was locked out of it, I guess. Knocked out of the game against Vanderbilt when we were down 14-7 on Saturday night. Late hit kind of there by helmet-to-helmet targeting by Vanderbilt linebacker Langston Patterson. Whether it was or whether it wasn't, I don't know. They called it and they threw him out of the game. So, said Lanorris has a concussion. Speculation also that his ribs might be hurt. I don't really know. The question has been the last couple of days, what's his health like? Is he going to be able to play? Is he going to start the game at Mizzou? That's the lingering question. Because you really can't do an accurate prediction on how you think this game might go without knowing the health of Lanorris Sellers. Shane Beamer had a press conference today at 2 o'clock, and that was directly the first question that was asked of him was about any updates on Lanorris' health. And of course, when Shane Beamer's under pressure and he is asked, a question that he doesn't want to answer, or maybe he's tired of answering, or it's just for whatever reason it's a question he doesn't like, he gets very snappy with the people in the media, very short with them. Nope, we've got an injury report that comes out on Thursday night, and that's all you get for him. Now, I mean, what are you doing here? Is this gamesmanship? I guess maybe. Doesn't want Eli Drinkowitz to know that Lanorris Sellers. Good Lord, I keep talking today. Lanorris Sellers' health, possibly, could be. I mean, turnabout's fair play. Last year, all the way up to the game against Mizzou, we were under the impression that Drew Pine was going to be the starting quarterback for Mizzou, and then here comes Brady Cook out to start. So it's just another reason I don't like them. I don't like their shitty little coach. I don't like the fact that they seem to. Look, every year they seem to knock it out of the park in the transfer portal, especially on the offensive side of the ball, more especially at the running back position. This year it also looks like they've knocked the ball out of the park at the quarterback position. In fact, the Penn State fans have to be wondering to themselves right now after, 3 games of their season, did James Franklin let the wrong quarterback transfer? Because this guy looks way better than Drew Aller does, like a lot better. That guy is just looking really average right now. All the quarterbacks who have been hyped up this year, Lanorris, Arch Manning, Drew Aller, who else? I don't know. A lot of them looking really, really pedestrian. A lot of them looking real pedestrian. And then you've got people like Bo Pribula, Joey Aguilar, are running around out here looking like superstars. You got to throw John Mateer in that mix too. I think everybody thought Mateer would be pretty good, and he's lived up to the part. He's been really good. I don't know that he takes the greatest care of the football sometimes, but other than that, he's been really good. You also got to throw Gunnar Stockton in that mix for Georgia. He performed really well in the game at Tennessee on Saturday. And then, I mean, I would be remiss if I didn't mention Carson Beck. Carson Beck's looked really good at Miami this year. Really, really good. So, the guys that you thought were going to be really good have regressed or not lived up to billing, and the ones that you really didn't even think that much about. I think everybody knew Carson Beck would probably improve with the talent around him, and John Mateer would probably be good, but Pribula and that we didn't know those guys were going to be good. You can't, as I said, make an accurate assumption on this game without knowing what's going on with Sellers, with Beamer, I really don't understand why. You've got coaches, there's several of them out there, like him and Dabo and Brian Kelly, who get aggravated and pissed off when a reporter asks them a question. That, number one, is a question that everybody is wanting to know the answer to. Okay? These guys have a job to do. They're journalists. They have a job to do. They write vlogs. They write in newspapers. They do whatever. Wherever they take the information you're giving them, they put it up on social media, put it up on X. They're providing fans with information they want to know. So why are you people so lazy and lazy's not the word. Why do you think you're so high and mighty that you can just get an attitude with these people when they ask you a question? Be disrespectful to them downright. Honestly, it's what Brian Kelly was on Saturday night with that reporter, and dismissive, not answer their question. Why can't you stand in the damn paint and answer the damn questions? Why can't you do that? I mean, you're making millions and millions of dollars a year. I mean, like Dabo makes over $10 million a year, and all he can do when they ask him about Clemson and their offense is say, well, golly, I mean, I guess I'll just leave if that's what y'all want me to do. I mean, we done won 2 national championships here. We won 7 out of the last 10 ACC. Well, yeah, nobody's saying that you didn't. Nobody's saying you didn't. But, I mean, now, you don't really look like you're going to win an ACC championship. So people want to know you're still the coach of the team, and you got to answer those questions. You're the face of the program. So y'all need to get with it. This game's either going to go one of two ways. I have a feeling, and it's a funny feeling. It's a weird feeling. I know, I get these weird feelings sometimes. I have a feeling if Lanorris is able to play, if he's able to start this game, which the player, everybody's going to know that within the football building way before any of us do. He's able to play, he's able to start this game, it's going to rally that team around him. If that team is going to rally around him, they did not rally around Luke Doty on Saturday night. As soon as he came into the game, performance dropped. Even on the defensive side of the ball, the performance dropped, which is weird, but I mean, there are just certain players that they just elevate the whole team when they're in there. I have a strange feeling that if Lanorris is able to play, he's able to start that game, he's going to rally that bunch around him, and you're going to see South Carolina put up a pretty damn good show on Saturday night. If not, strike the outright upset. Right now, wherever you look, their underdog by 13.5, 12. I've seen 11.5s out there. The lines are just all over the place. They're wonky. When it first came out on Saturday morning, it was Gamecocks +3, or Sunday morning, Gamecocks +3. I was like, +3? What? What? I mean, after you saw that out there, so I was really surprised it opened up, but it quickly, shifted to, +13.5. And that's a fair line. If it could even be a fair line if Lanorris does play, because of the way that the team's been playing, especially in those first 2 games. But you go back to Saturday night, guys, when he was in the game, the offense, it did not look that bad. It looked like there was a lot more effort on that side of the ball. It looked like the play calling was a little better on that side of the ball. But as soon as he went out, it was donezo. We were done, cooked. Because Luke Doty at backup quarterback, he is not it. He's not that guy. He is not it. I like the guy. I mean, he's been around forever. How can you not like him? He's stayed with this program for years and years. He started as a freshman. He took got stepped on like the second day of fall camp. And he went through all this stuff, and it never was really healthy that entire year. And he was one of the ones. He stood in the paint, and he took it. He was not the best option. And then he lost his starting job to Spencer Rattler. Well, he lost it to Jason Brown to carry on Joyner. We had just a whole multitude. Zeb Nolan was also a starter at one point, and then Doty started starting back over him, and then just had a whole cluster of quarterbacks that year. But then Spencer Rattler came in for 2022, and it was over. I mean, his experiment at quarterback was kaput. And he still chose to stay with the team. He switched positions. He's done it all. He's not a quarterback. He's not an SEC level quarterback. He doesn't have the arm strength. He can't deliver that ball with accuracy. He can run around a little bit, and even to me, he even looks a little slower than he was a couple of years ago. And I mean, he's a couple of years older. I mean, he's not what he was, even at that, and he never was anything great. So if we go out there and start him at quarterback, I'm here to tell you there is no shot, absolutely zero shot for South Carolina to win the football game at all. It's not. They could lose it by 40 points. It wouldn't surprise me because they can't move the ball with him. If Lanorris starts, he makes that much of a difference. It's crazy that he makes that much of a difference, but he absolutely does. So just keep watching those injury updates. We'll keep our fingers crossed that he's okay, that he's ready to go. And look, by no means do I want them to have him play if he can't play. If his head is jacked up and he really cannot play, he can't go, then he shouldn't go. I mean, it's not worth risking it to try to win a game that, just be quite honest with you, your back is way up against the wall in terms of winning it anyway. I told you guys when I did my preseason prediction video that they weren't winning this game, and people told me I was dumb. But they were winning this game, and they was going 10-2. Well, I guess we got to reel off a 9-1 record down the stretch to achieve that. No, 8-1 record. It's not happening. It's just not. Well, we've got a tough part of our schedule coming up. They need to have a good showing in this game. If not win it, at least try to cover the spread, stay competitive. Don't lose any more momentum than you already have. Try to get the cobwebs knocked out, and then kick the crap out of Kentucky when they come to Williams-Brice on what is that, Saturday night, the 27th, because that's a gettable game. And honestly, it might be the only gettable SEC game you have after that point. So everybody else looks really good. I mean, hell, even Ole Miss was playing a second-string quarterback. This Trinidad Childress, whatever his name was, on Saturday night against Arkansas. Dude's freaking balling out. That's their backup quarterback. And then look at our backup quarterback. Then you got to ask yourself, where is Aaron Nolan? Where is Cutter Woods? Cutter Woods looked great in the spring game. Aaron Nolan is a former high 4-star prospect out of Georgia and went to Ohio State. Was there under Ryan Day for a year. He comes down here, hits the transfer portal, comes to South Carolina. I mean, why did y'all spend money on this dude? Honestly, why did y'all spend money on him if you weren't going to use him? If you weren't going to use him, you could have spent some more money and gotten another couple of guys for that secondary. Because they ain't really looked that great. Anyway, that's about all I got to say about that, guys. We got to stay together during this rough time. Monitor that injury report. Let's see what happens. Keeps your fingers crossed. And hopefully we see number 16 in Como take the field on Saturday night. I'll see y'all later on. Appreciate your peace. I'm out of here. Go Gamecocks. Woo!